Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Illuminous 4K screen paint using ambient light projection technology. Gain times 8. Now I'm going to explain something to you in this video demonstration. You can have a screen of 150 inches, you can have a screen of 80 inches, you can have a screen of 200 inches. It doesn't make a difference. None of those screens will ever have the ability to pull contrast, to pull true black levels, due to the fact that the screen is larger. That has nothing to do with contrast. That's nothing to do with color pop. Bottom line is, it's just a bigger screen of what you already had. Now I got screens in the backyard of 180 inches. I think my main screen in the backyard is around 180 inch, and then I have a 200 inch screen in the basement. 180 inch screen sitting outside. I watched movies off that screen at around 21 feet back at 4 o'clock in the evening. So it just shows you technology does not have to be clouded in darkness in order to be able to produce an image. Now, as I said before, if anyone's doing demonstrations and the high key points of their screen paint is being used in a dark environment, then that means anybody else using it's going to have to do the exact same thing, because the screen is not going to be able to show contrast. As you're seeing here in the Starfield demonstration, which is one of the hardest demonstrations to be done, and I've asked people to do this demonstration, you know, it's just something I know is not going to be done, because I know for a fact that you will see the flaws in the screen paint. Now this is a light gray screen paint here. This is a dark gray one, just to show you, and if you have a dark gray, you cannot pull off contrast. You're only going to be able to get those black levels if you have a black screen. Now we'll take the lights out here, and you'll see right here in the dark, and any area, now keep in mind the bars you see at the top of the bottom, that's because I didn't have time to actually fit my screen to the projector. I'm still working on that due to the fact I'm very busy. We got a lot of orders in. I also too have a great thank you to put out to our customers for supporting us. We got a bunch of orders that came in last night for the wallpaper screens, the 2 screen kits for $588. We have the one screens that go for, actually one wallpaper screens, they go for the price of $468, and then we have a kit that comes with 2 of the wallpaper screens for $588. A bunch of those sold last night. Thank you so much for that support. But as I'm showing you here in the demonstration, even the top of the white wall, you see that where it just comes off white, at the bottom comes off white, that's white light reflecting off the wall. Black screens have the ability to absorb in any kind of extra light, so you're getting nothing but a true black contrast, where these screens do not have the ability to do so, as you can see. Now, put my lights on for a minute. Alright, now what we're going to do next is I'm going to come over here real quick, and I am going to, I got a demonstration set up. So we'll go back to removing this right here. We'll clear this, and we'll put on the LG. Because like I said, anytime you watch a demonstration on a light gray screen, it has to be done in the dark. Now this is what the screen looks like if we did it with the lights on. I'm going to come back here just a minute. We'll start this again. Now you see what I mean? When it comes to contrast, the screen cannot pull up a contrast level. But with the images flashing past so fast and you have it in the dark, you really think you're seeing contrast. You're not seeing contrast, you're just seeing shades of gray. Take the lights out. And now you got a better chance of seeing a darker image. So I've got my controller here. Now, if there wasn't a black screen sitting behind here, you would think you were actually seeing contrast. But because there's a black screen, because these screens are laying against a black screen, this is why you're seeing the flaws in the screen. If you notice, the dark gray is nearly completely cloaked into our black screen. That's how high the white levels are. Any area that's going to show with color, the screen is going to produce better. Any area that is showing up with black levels, I think something just fell off the other screen. Hold on for a minute. I do apologize for that. Let's grab you. Put you right back up there. Let's try that one again. Our dark gray screen fell off. We're going to go back here a minute. All right. Let's do a once over just to make sure these are up here. All right, there we go. Now see the background comes up. The background comes up light gray because there's no black screen standing behind it. Now we'll come back again. Take the lights out. The only reason why you're not seeing the flaws and a gray screen is because there's no black screen standing behind it. That's why we can't wait for this review to start so we can see this demonstration with our technology and his technology behind against our screen. Because you will see our screen producing a very high white level, but also too, you will see our screen paint producing contrast, something that his screen will not be able to achieve. Now, if you care to see any of my customers' demonstrations, please hit the link below. I got a bunch of them right there. Also, to have another demonstration I'm going to show you by a church who used our screen paint on a screen size that was over 500 inches. Now see this? Lights out, lights on. Our screen still produces a bright image, better contrast. Lights off. The image is so bright, it nearly blends into the lighter screens. But, like I said, if I were to pop those lights on, you would see it for what it is. There was a black screen standing behind it. I have no problem with taking a light gray screen and laying against my screen. I have no problem with that. There's no problem at all for me to do something like that. But like I said, you won't see it because if they do a demonstration and there's no black technology, anything near that screen, then the bottom line is you're just going to think you're seeing contrast. When you're actually not seeing contrast, you're seeing shades of gray. That's what you're seeing. Let's something real quick. Let me show you something real quick. I've done this already. I love doing the color test. I can figure where it's at. Because, like I said, it's maybe not where in my time, but maybe in another time, it's going to get to a point where screens are just going to be all black. So I'm trying to figure out where I put this at. Now this is just 10 hours of red, as you can see. Now, if I were to take the light gray screen, this is what you would get. Take the lights out. the color doesn't pop. You see what I'm getting at right here? You can't get a color pop of a light gray screen. I did not ask for that. Come on now. Sorry about that. My PS4 has a mind of its own. Alright, that's better because I got the one controller in my hand. So let's pull up the color test. Sorry about that. Sitting there controlling this thing, for some reason it feels like it wants to show what it wants to show. Let's go over here. I want to pull up the color test. So there's a color test I had set up here. Let's see. Let's just see this with the lights out. Where is the R? Space. Color. So I'm doing this with a PS4 controller, so bear with me. See if we can find one up here. It's going to give me a proper color test. I had a nice one. Let me see if this one's going to do it. Yeah, this one has it. Alright, so this is the color test right here. This will give me the multiple colors I want. There's blue. That's white. And this is with the lights out. Because I don't want anybody coming at me saying, well, hey, it's not fair, you did that demonstration and the lights are on, that screen's gonna the colors are gonna fade, of course, on a light gray screen because it can't produce contrast. That's black. And that's white. All right, we'll go back again, and we'll do it again. Lights out again. Red. Green. Blue. There you go. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why that does not want to stay on the screen. I don't know why. I keep putting up there. Whoa, hold on for a minute. Let me get a good amount of tape here so we can get this done. Because that refuses to stay no matter what I do. But let's get this to stay up there. We'll tape this in real good so we don't have any more problems with this falling off. All right, we got that taped up there. Very good. That's not going anywhere. That shouldn't go anywhere. All right. So let's do this again. We'll try it again. Hopefully we don't have anything fall off. It doesn't fall off. So let's go back in again. Come back here. And let's try it again. Do apologize. Because when I did the last video, I had lights on Couldn't do it in the dark because, like I said, daytime a lot of light comes in here. And I had a few customers saying, well, it's not fair because the light gray screen is not going to have the ability to be able to produce a proper color balance due to the fact there's too much light in the environment. Well, you just answered your question on why you have to be in the dark when you have a light gray screen, and why I don't have to, my customers don't have to be. So people think they're getting a brighter image, and that's black. So, and then we'll get one more for white. There we go. Now, let's go back so I can get the system deck right, and we'll put our lights on. It's going to react the same way. This is why you have to calibrate your projector when it comes to a light gray screen. You have to calibrate it. White screens and light gray screens have to be calibrated because they don't produce proper color. Black screens don't have that issue. But if you're dealing with a light gray screen or white screen, you're going to have to, even a silver screen, you have to calibrate your projector because your colors are going to be off. That's purple. That's yellow. That's black. Of course, like I said, they can't pick up contrast. They just pick. They have a higher. They can pick up higher white levels. That's white. Now, I'll stop here. Come back here a minute. Take this off. And we'll go and show. I like doing these Skyworth demonstrations because it shows very bright skin tones. Let's take this off altogether, and we'll put in the now keep in mind, like I said, my black screens or screen paints may not be able to produce a high enough white level to be able to match a light gray screen or white screen, but it produces a high enough white level where the image is not going to come out dirty and cloudy. And as you can see, the image is nice and bright. Look how bright the levels are. That's the whole purpose of our black technology, to produce contrast and high white levels at the same time. But as you can see, we're getting true reds, we're getting true blues, we're getting true greens, you know. That's what we're getting. You can't achieve that from a light gray screen because light gray screen can't pull proper color. That's where calibrations come in. We have to calibrate your projector. That's why. Because if you have a light gray screen or a white screen, it's not producing proper color. You think you're seeing, because there's no black technology behind it, you think that you're seeing these colors. You're not. You're only getting probably about a good 60% from your projector. You can get a much better picture. Now look at this. Not only is it displaying white, but it's displaying certain levels of light skin tones. All right, so I'm gonna pause this for a minute. I'm gonna go over to See? It produces amazing white levels for black screen. Alright, I'm going to pause there, and I'm going to show you something. Whoops. PS4 does not like to pause. Let me show you something over here. Alright. Move my chair over here. Now, I'm going to show you a demonstration from a customer. They like to paint so much, they did a video testimony for my company. I'll show you the video right here. Now, their screen was around, over 500 inches. Their projector was around 7,000 lumens. It stood back over 30 feet. So, hold on, let me come back in here. I'm all over the place on this. So, I'll show you. There's a testimony right here. And I'll put the video demonstration at the bottom. 7,000 lumen projector they were using on their giant screen. Keep in mind, this is a demonstration not done in the dark. This is a demonstration that was done in a church, and there were tons. Churches usually have tons of commercial lighting. That's why I say if you do a lot of demonstrations in the dark, the problem you're going to have is you have to be faced with any kind of real ambient light. Your screen is not going to do well. That's why we do a lot of our ambient light tests outside. Now, I want you to look at the size of the screen. That's the screen they were painting. See all those lights up there? Those are all the floodlights that are hitting their screen. Now, that's our technology right there. All those floodlights hitting the screen on over 500 inches. Four. Now, if you care to see the demonstration for yourself, I will post it at the bottom. Like I said, I have a ton of customer demonstrations that if you want to check them out, you can look at them for yourself. We did one on a pink stucco wall. Make sure I have this right, correct. And this is on pink stucco. This is a friend went to her house and painted in a screen for her. This was done on a pink stucco wall. If you care to see that demonstration, I have that also too posted at the bottom. And the projector that she was using, I can show you how, the texture of the wall. The projector she was using was a 2,000 lumen NEC projector. That's what she was using. There's the projector right there. So we had it hooked up. 720p VGA 2200 lumen projector on a pink stucco wall. Notice, all the lights are on. Turn the lights off too, just to show you the screen with the lights off. But all the lights are on. Because when I do demonstrations with the lights on, my customers can see that my screen paint can produce an image with the lights on. And when I do demonstrations, I'd better do demonstrations with the lights off. But this is the reason why my customer can sit in here and she can watch her screen in a fully lit environment, and she doesn't have to worry about the image washing out or fading, because the screens are designed to pull in a lot of ambient light. There, we got one here. This is a screen I painted for another friend of mine. Housewarming gift. I put a projection screen in their home. That's a 148-inch screen. Just painted it in. All these videos you're seeing right now, you can check them out at the bottom. Lights on, as you can see. Always like to do the demonstration, sorry about that, with the lights on. So you can see what the image is going to look like with the lights on and with the lights off. Right there, lights on. I'm not going to do a demonstration and just do it and have it in the dark. Like I said, any demonstrations you watch in the dark, majority of those demonstrations are done in the dark. That's where you're going to be at. You're going to be sitting in the dark because the screen paint can't prove that it's ambient light rejection. If it's non-ambient light rejection, then guess what? That's not good, because that means you're going to sit in the dark. That means the screen cannot pull contrast. And you're going to have a whole lot of problems there with the screen. And as you can see from my customer demonstrations or friends demonstrations, they can use these screens in fully lit environments. Now, she has kids and stuff like that. They don't want their living room to be shrouded in darkness. They just moved to, at this particular time, they just moved to, at this particular place, but their home is for entertaining guests, and the last thing they want is to be sitting in the dark. So like I said, if you're watching a demonstration and it's being done in the dark, it doesn't make a difference how big the screen is. The bottom line is that's where you're going to be at, in the dark with that screen. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Again, I'd like to thank you all for the support on our wallpaper screens, in-screen paint. Still waiting to see that order. It hasn't come through yet. Keep in mind, as I said before, you don't have to go through anybody else. You can buy it right from us. We will not deny you any orders. We don't do that. So that'll be nice, because I can take the extra money and put it toward a projector. Right now, I got a BenQ projector I'm looking at right now. I'm about to purchase, and I can add that money to the projector. I got certain funds I don't want to dip into because I got them for other things, for other projects. But this would actually boost me in getting this new projector I want to get downstairs. So either way, I'm going to get the projector, but it'll just add a little faster. But we're still waiting. But thank you so much. Thank you all for your time. Thank you for supporting our company. We do appreciate it. I got to go, and God bless. Let's see if I want to do anything on here real quick. Actually, I might play some Borderlands 3 today. That's the only gripe I have about Borderlands 3. I do like it. I love the game a lot. But that claptrap dancing across my screen, ugh. I love you, claptrap. You drive me crazy. There he is. I got a claptrap around here somewhere. I know I have one around here somewhere. He's dancing across my screen. Look at him. He's getting this dancing. Okay, those of you that are ordering the wallpaper screens, I forgot to add really quick. These the ones going for $588. You get 2 screens for $588. I'm going to be doing a demonstration today. I do have a screen outside, not the size of the giant size screen which I have here, but I actually have one that was cut in size for a frame outside for doing outdoor testing, to show the screen outside. I just never had a time to get around to it. If the weather is good today, I'll do that demonstration outside on that large sheet of wallpaper screen outside. But I also too, the good thing about that deal is the fact that you have 2 screens. You can actually have one outside or one indoor, or you can have one in your gaming room, or it's 2 screens. You know what I mean? It's like 2 screens that you can actually put anywhere you want. I'm thinking about getting me another one. Alright, controller. Like to play. My sanctuary. I wonder what kind of gun I got. I got this gun. Anything you hit with it freezes. Oh, I freaking love that. And when it hits, it just shoots out these giant freaking, I don't know what you call them, giant frozen icebergs that bounce in different directions. Man, the freaking shrapnel from that stuff, if it hits anything, freezes it automatically. It shoots fire, ice at the same time, which is pretty cool. I actually found a hidden boss. It was carrying it, and he was lighting me up with it, but I took him down. I used a rocket launcher, but I took him down, man. I got that freaking weapon off him. And it's not legendary. It's not a legendary weapon. There it is right there. That's the weapon right there. I'll show you my favorite. I like this one right here. Now see how dark the game becomes right there? I'm going to show you something really quick. Just really quick. If you're using a light gray screen for gaming, but I told you in gaming, you have a ton of contrast in gaming. So if I had a light gray screen in here, even with a 4300 lumen projector at 1920 by 1200 WXGA, this is what I would be getting if I was doing Borderlands on a light gray screen. The color would just be washed out everywhere. In order for me to get that screen looking a little decent, I would have to be sitting in the dark to do it. That's the only way I can get somewhat of a good contrast level on that screen. That's the only way. The minute if I trap the lights, that's what I said. You know, gaming on light gray screens, waste of time and money. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm going to get back into my game real quick because I have much to do in this game. I'm going to be a little gaming time in before I got to rush to the post office today because I got screens to drop off today. Thank you all for your time. I got to go and God bless.